I'm Alston and I'm reading The Lay of Beren and Luthien by J.R.R. Tolkien. The leaves were long, the grass was green, the hemlock umbels tall and fair, and in the glade a light was seen, of stars in shadow shimmering. Tinuvio was dancing there, to music of a pipe unseen, and light of stars was in her hair, and in her raiment glimmering. Then Beren came from mountains cold, and lost he wandered under leaves, and where the elven river rolled, he walked alone and sorrowing. He peered between the hemlock leaves, and saw in wonder flowers of gold, upon her mantle and her sleeves, and her hair like shadow following. Enchantment healed his weary feet, that over hills were doomed to roam, and forth he hastened, strong and fleet, and grasped at moonbeams glistening. Through woven woods and elven home, she lightly fled on dancing feet, and left him lonely still to roam, in silent forests listening. He heard there oft the flying sound, of feet as light as linden leaves, or music welling underground, in hidden hollows quavering. Now withered lay the hemlock sheaves, and one by one, with sighing sound, whispering fell the beechen leaves, in the wintry woodland wavering. He sought her ever, wandering far, where leaves of years were thickly strown, by light of moon and ray of star, in frosty heavens shivering. Her mantle glinted in the moon, as on a hilltop high and far. She danced, and at her feet was strown a mist of silver quivering. When winter passed, she came again, and her song released the sudden spring, like rising lark and falling rain, and melting water bubbling. He saw the elven flowers spring about her feet and healed again. He longed by her to dance and sing upon the grass untroubling. Again she fled, but swift he came. Tinuvio, Tinuvio. He called her by her elvish name, and there she halted listening. One moment stood she, and a spell his voice laid on her, Beren came, and doom fell on Tinuvio, that in his arms lay glistening. As Beren looked into her eyes, within the shadows of her hair, the trembling starlight of the skies he saw there mirrored, shimmering. Tinuvio the elven fair, immortal maiden elven wise, about him cast her shadowy hair, and arms like silver glimmering. Long was the way that fate them bore, o'er stony mountains cold and gray, through halls of iron and darkling door, and woods of nightshade moreless. The sundering seas between them lay, and yet at last they met once more, and long ago they passed away into the forest singing sorrow. I picked this poem because Tolkien is one of my favorite authors. He wrote Lord of the Rings, and in Lord of the Rings, one of the characters reads this poem, and I've just always liked it, so